Hey everybody, it's your girl PC. I just wanted to pop on briefly and explain how today's video is going to be soil health. I wanted to encourage those of you who already have your gardens to keep an eye on your soil and making sure that it's healthy. And for those of you who are thinking about starting a garden, make sure that's also part of your focus when you are beginning your garden. Back in 2020, when I started planting, I had ordered a classroom garden set off Amazon, and it was during the height of the pandemic. And at that time, we were encouraged to socially distance and, basically do all we knew to do to stay healthy and all of that. While I was distancing and hanging out in my backyard, I wanted to find something to do. And so I started gardening. And during those times, I was focused primarily on my seed, and I was focused on trying to figure out which plant grew well in direct sunlight, which one needed shade, which ones liked partial sun, just all of those things. And then I began focusing on the fruit. I wanted to make sure, that those garden pests didn't destroy what I was trying to grow. And I was learning which pests I was fighting and which organic methods work best, and just all of those things. But now we're in year 3, so this is my third summer growing. And after purchasing, I'm going to say maybe a half a dozen or more bags of really bad soil from the hardware store or out on the sidewalk in front of grocery stores, I've gotten hold of a pretty good number of bad bags. And when I opened them, the soil had molded. Some of them had a really strong, pungent smell. I just knew the soil was not healthy, and I ended up throwing those bags of soil away because I was not going to put good seed into bad soil. So I began doing some research and began learning more and more about how good, healthy organic matter is needed to make the richest, best growing medium you could possibly have. It doesn't matter which region you're in or which grow zone you're in. Good soil is good soil, and you just can't go wrong with it. So when I started this video, there was a still shot of just a number of bags on my backyard table. And it was just basically a quick screenshot. If you missed it, go back and take a look at that again. It was just, showing how I'm now incorporating cow manure. I'm incorporating worm castings and blood meal and bone meal and perlite for good drainage and all of these things, which play a crucial role, a very critical role in a healthy garden. And we are now in early May, and being in early May, I have to admit, these enhancements that I've made to my soil is really making a big difference. I'm already onto my 4th harvest in the month of May from my spring garden, and my summer garden is growing by leaps and bounds. I'm thinning things out and placing them in their own individual pots, and believe it or not, I need to go out and buy more pots because I've planted more this year just in case some of the seeds failed, but I've never seen anything like it. This year, every single seed I put down has germinated. And so I'm not one of those who can toss out a perfectly good seedling just because, I have too many or just because I don't have enough pot. No, I'm going to go to the store and get some more pots. I'm working on that because I can see my entire backyard being potted after a while. But I do grow my container garden simply because my soil is not the best. My ground soil is not the best. And the reason I say that is because I have moles and I have voles and I have things underground tunneling, and I don't want to lose my garden to whatever's under my backyard. So I'm growing in containers, and as I explained before, garden soil health is very important for a healthy, flourishing garden. And so that is basically the objective of today's video. So those of you who already have gardens, don't forget to add a little enhancement, a little fertilizer, depending on what you're growing. And for those of you who are thinking about starting a garden, while you're getting, bags of soil or what have you to get started, that's fine because I think we all did that. But do be aware that you are the one who can make your soil incredible for the garden that you're growing. And, from coffee grinds to fish fertilizer, everybody has their own little thing that works. There is no right and wrong. Um, in this garden game. Honestly, I have some friends in the Midwest who only use fish heads as fertilizer. Um, I wish I could do something like that, but the smell alone just kind of freaks me out. I'm living in the city. And so living in the city, rodents can become a problem, and that's just not the look I'm going for. So anyway, this video is showing from seed to seedling, from planting to harvesting to actually making a really yummy dinner. I hope you guys enjoy. Take care, and I'll see you next time.